Imagine this. It's a slow Wednesday, you've got a midweek lull, and by Thursday morning, 3 chairs are filled after a local creator posted a simple series of stories about her appointment. Real photos, honest comments, new clients on the books. That's the small, timed experiment I want to walk you through today. A 1-week micro-influencer residency. You can pilot with 1 resident and 3 stewarded slots. In 7 days, you'll have measurable results and an owned asset you can reuse. Let's dive in and make your business shine. Stay curious, stay creative. Until next time, keep your nails and business thriving.
I love this already. That story feels real. I've booked because someone I follow was honest about their experience. It's less about flash, more about trust. Real talk, when someone shows the whole appointment, I pay attention.
Exactly. Here's the episode promise. I'll give you a tight resident selection checklist, a 1-paragraph owner-friendly agreement and consent script you can read on the spot, plug-and-play promo copy for DMs and stories, an on-site ops checklist for that in-chair steward, and simple KPI math so you know whether to scale. We'll break this into 4 sections and then a 1-week pilot plan you can run immediately. Segment 1. Picking the right resident. This is where most experiments fail if you pick the wrong person. First, the checklist. Local geo-match. Your resident should have a meaningful audience within a 20-30-mile radius or obvious overlap with your neighborhood. Second, engagement rate. Look for consistent, real engagement, not just big follower counts. Third, content quality and tone. Do their photos look like something your brand would share? Do they speak kindly and honestly about services? Fourth, audience overlap. Do their followers look like potential clients? Folks who comment on hair, nails, beauty, or local spots.
From a guest perspective, I agree. A creator could have 20K followers, but if they mostly post travel photos and don't engage with neighborhood businesses, I'm less likely to trust their recommendation for a local nail studio. My favorite creators are those who share the before, during, and after. Honesty and photos I can trust.
Nice point. Now, 3 red flags to avoid. 1. Inflated engagement or bot comments. If most replies are one-word emojis or generic praise, that's a signal. 2. A history of controversial posts or polarizing opinions. This can alienate your client base. 3. Inconsistent posting about services. If they never post local content or real service experiences, they probably won't convert. If you see any of these, move on. Compensation options. Keep it low risk and clear. Option A, a paid slot. Pay a modest flat fee for the week. Think $75 to $200, depending on your market, for 1 to 3 slots, and define deliverables. Option B, barter plus a small fee. Free service plus a small cash honorarium. Option C, product or service credit, if the resident loves your retail. The key is a simple, time-limited agreement and clear deliverables so expectations are aligned.
I've seen paid slots work best because there's a clear expectation. Creators treat it like a job. When it's just a freebie, sometimes the content is less polished or delayed. I love the product trait idea for smaller creators, though. It's a nice middle ground.
Okay. Outreach. Use a 1-minute DM that is direct, respectful, and clear. Here's a plug-and-play template you can paste. Hi, name. Love your feed. Your local content really connects. I run a small studio in neighborhood, and we're testing a 1-week residency for local creators to showcase honest service experiences. It would include 1 stewarded slot, 2 story series, and 1 hero photo. We compensate X dollars and handle photo consent on site. Would you be interested in details? Read it, personalize 2 lines, and send.
That DM feels respectful and professional. As a creator, I appreciate when the ask is clear. What you want, what you offer, and how consent is handled. It makes saying yes easy.
Segment 2, residency agreement and on-night ops. Keep the agreement to 1 paragraph so it's easy for everyone to understand and keep on file. Say this: resident will attend the studio on agreed dates for up to 3 paid client slots. Deliverables, 2 IG story sequences, honest, no heavy edits, 1 hero photo, and 1 short review. Resident agrees to obtain photo consent from clients, to post accurate representations of services, and to provide 1 single edit review to the owner prior to public sharing of client-facing content. Compensation per agreed fee covers content and promotion. Either party may cancel with 48 hours notice. No client contact information will be shared outside the studio.
As a client, hearing that there's an agreement that requires consent and accuracy puts me at ease. That single edit review is smart, protects the guest and the studio, while still letting the creator be authentic.
Station steward role. Pick one staffer to be the resident's point person. The steward manages scheduling, runs the consent script with clients, handles quick lighting or background tweaks for hero shots, and logs tags and approvals. The steward's job is to protect guest flow and keep the content moving, so appointments stay on time. Hi, I'm Name, the studio steward. We have a visiting creator documenting their service tonight. May we take photos and short clips of your appointment? We will not share any medical details, and you can say no at any time or ask us to remove images within 24 hours. May we tag you if you're comfortable?
That consent line is perfect. It's short, respectful, and gives control back to the guest, which makes me far more likely to agree. The option to remove images within 24 hours is big. It builds trust.
Guest flow and photo windows. Schedule 3 slots with short buffer times. Ask the resident to take hero shots during the last 10 minutes of the appointment, natural light if possible, and short, honest story clips during the service, not staged too perfect edits. Tagging rules. Resident tags the studio handle first and any willing client after consent. No client contact info shared. 2 low-tech fallbacks. If a platform blocks posting, get the content file and post via the studio account, or email the images to your mailing list with client opt-in. If stories fail, capture stills and encourage the resident to write a short review post instead. Segment 3. Promotion, content brief, and measurement. First, paste-ready promo copy for stories and SMS. IG story copy. Local creator Residency this week. She's booking 3 midweek slots, honest photos, and a real review. DM to book, limited availability. SMS copy. Quick heads up, we've got 3 special slots this week with a local creator documenting the service. Reply to book your spot. Poster blurb. Micro creator Residency, live this week. Honest looks, limited slots. Ask at front desk.
Short, clear CTAs work. I respond better to limited availability and honest photos than flashy language. Makes me feel like this is authentic, not just an ad.
Content brief for the resident. 3 must-do items. 1, 2 hero shots. 1 close-up of the finished nails. 1 environmental shot of the client in the chair. 2, 1 honest short review. 15 to 30 seconds where they describe their experience in their own voice. 3, 1 link CTA. A sticker or swipe up that goes to your booking page, or a landing page where new clients can claim a first-time special. Ask for captions that mention location and honest expectations, so bookings match reality. Now, the KPI math. This is how you judge success. Start with planned spend. Say you pay the resident $150 for the week. Track net new bookings, bookings from new clients who are not in your system before this residency. Cost per acquisition client, CAC, equals planned spend divided by net new bookings. Example, $150 spend divided by 4 net new bookings equals $37.50 CAC. Then track first visit rebook rate. If 30% of those 4 rebook within 30 days, that's 1 additional retained client. Decide your acceptable CAC ahead of time. If your average first visit revenue is $50 and you expect a 30-40% rebook rate, calculate lifetime value and compare to CAC before scaling.
I'd add, ask new clients how they heard about you during booking. It's simple and nails down attribution. Sometimes a DM or a story mention gets lost unless you ask directly.
Great point. Also, log conversions. Store the resident's promo code or a landing page link so you track exactly which bookings came from the residency. Expected benchmarks? Aim for 3+ net new bookings or CAC at or below your planned spend divided by your minimum acceptable new clients. If you hit either, consider it a pass to iterate and scale. If not, treat it as a learning run. What content formats converted? What time of day booked best? Wrap. The 1-week pilot plan. Day 1. Recruit and confirm 1 resident. Agree fee. Collect their basic media kit. Day 2. Reserve 3 slots midweek and assign your steward. Day 3. Publish in-studio poster and SMS blast to local list. Day 4. Resident visit and deliverables captured. Steward reads consent script with each client. Day 5. Resident posts stories and hero shot. You capture assets for your channels. Day 6. Tally bookings, track new clients, and confirm any rebook requests. Day 7. Evaluate against decision rules. Success if 3+ net new bookings or CAC less than planned threshold. If success, plan a scaled second run with 2 to 3 residents or additional slots. If not, keep the experiment but iterate on resident selection, content brief, or compensation.
I like the time boxing. It's low commitment for both creator and studio, and clear decision rules remove emotion from the decision to continue or stop. As a client, I also appreciate when studios follow up after the first visit. Simple text, "How are you liking your nails?" goes a long way.
Quick mitigation notes to address the risks we talked about. Require the single edit review for any client-facing posts to avoid misrepresentation. Tag consent directly in the booking record, and ask the resident to remove any client content on request within 24 hours. Run only 1 resident and 3 slots for the pilot, so your exposure is limited. Treat the first run as data gathering and protect guest privacy at every step. All right, key takeaways. 1. Pick a resident who is local, engaged, and tone fit. 2. Use a 1-paragraph agreement and a 10-second consent script read aloud for every client. 3. Brief the resident on 2 hero shots, 1 honest short review, and 1 link CTA. 4. Measure CAC and net new bookings against preset thresholds in your 1-week pilot. 5. Iterate based on what content actually converts. Nail it every time.
If you do this once with care, you'll learn fast about what works for your studio and your audience. Real talk, it's the follow-up and the honest visuals that convert. I'm excited to see small studios try this.
If you want the resident brief, the 1-paragraph agreement, the DM template, and the promo copy we talked about, subscribe to the show and grab the resident brief in the episode notes. Try the 7-day pilot this week. Track the numbers and report back. I'll put a checklist and the sample agreement in the show notes so you can copy, paste, and run. Let's keep experimenting. Tech meets touch, after all. Nail it every time.